So part 2 of this video, I'm going to talk about 7 things that are very helpful in raising your vibration. As I mentioned in the video before, that everything has a vibration, and everything naturally, from the rocks, from ourselves, from bacteria, from anything on this planet has a vibration. And so depending on how it is vibrating with its natural frequencies at which it's oscillating is going to be a lifted vibration or a dense low vibration. I mentioned that bacteria and other bugs and any pathogen has a vibration that has been shown to be quite low, a very low vibration. So in order for it to affect our body and to use our body as a host, we have to have a pretty low vibration too. So one of the best things about keeping your health strong and using this vessel that we are in to keep it running optimally is by being able to lift its vibration daily. And more than ever, we are being asked to pay attention to that, to move inward. And I think a lot of what's happening in our world is just messages, like our body. When things are happening in our body, it's a form of communication from something deeper, from the root cause, what's really going on. So I like to look at anything that's happening in my outer world as well as it's just communication for me to move inward to see really what's going on. And for me, I can see that it's a disconnection we've had in humanity, in our consciousness, and we're being invited to lift to a higher vibration of consciousness. And it's going to be, again, some pain in that transformation. There's going to be some heartache, some suffering, because that's the natural process of transformation. And we can sit in that for a little while and let it process, but it's so important to also move out of that. Yes, yes, Sonny. Okay. Sounds good. I'm here with Mr. Sunny, and he's going to find some animals in the river. So number 1, the first thing is the foods we are eating. Food has a vibration, and eating food that is closest to its raw, natural state is going to be the highest in vibration. So food that's alive or closest to have been alive, what has been touched by the sun, that has phytochemicals with the rainbow of colors. So all of the fruits and vegetables that you can possibly find. I know it's hard to find a ton of fresh food outside in the wild. We're not having our gardens yet because it's just springtime, but we still can utilize even frozen foods, or we can always find some way, especially if it's a desire we have, to find foods that are of high vibration. Foods that are high, raw foods, real whole foods that are really giving us the most nutrients that we can. Granted, a lot of the topsoil is needing to also be replenished. So in the time, some of the foods that's growing is not going to be of the highest nutrition, and that's where some supplementation can come into play. But whatever it is, and if you are eating food that's closest to its natural form, that was just quickly picked and closest to its natural form, you're going to find a lot of nutrition in there, especially if that's what you believe. If you believe the food is nourishing your body, it will. That's the benefit of changing our old beliefs. Number 2 is mindful practices for stress reduction and ease. So I love meditation. I have to have a mindful practice. I do meditation and breath work every single day. It's the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning. I wake up before my kids and I sit in meditation, and my meditation is mostly just listening. I'm really just trying to quiet everything down. My mind is so still, listening to internal messages. So meditation, anything that is going to help you pay attention to your thoughts, because our thoughts right now are very important, and every single thought is taking us in one direction or another direction. It's either lifting our vibration or it's keeping us stuck and trapped down into these dense energies. So being able to really understand what's happening in your mind, that's throughout your body, is happening in your energy field, we have to be mindful of what those thoughts are. We have to have some form of practice that we're doing daily to be aware of what we are thinking. And that mindfulness also is so beneficial for calming the nerves in the body, for calming the stress response in the body. Our body responds to our subconscious. It has no idea if what is we are experiencing in our mind is present or past. So it just continues to relive all of these old experiences, all of these old fears, all of these old emotions. And our body doesn't understand, okay, if this is something that we are dealing with currently or if this is something that has happened in the past. It just experiences every single time we have these thoughts of low vibrating energies. It is experiencing that over and over and over again, creating lots of stress. And as we know, stress shuts off our immune system. So we're not getting anywhere by overstressing or overthinking or panicking about any form of situation, because not only are we creating more of that attraction to us, but our body is reliving these energies, and it is shutting down our immune system and creating a lot more havoc for us, which we don't want any of that right now. This is more of the time for empowered healing, finding our inner empowerment. And one of them for me is mindful practices. Another really important part of mindfulness practice is breath work. Breath work. There's so many incredible breathing techniques that not only help you feel and connect deeper to your body and feel what this vessel is capable of, but breathwork has been shown to help stimulate and strengthen the immune system. It's been shown to help gain more control over the mind. And breath work is also so beneficial for oxygenating every cell in your body and bringing your body to a more alkaline state, which, as we know, when your body is more acidic is when you're more susceptible to any ailments, disease, any bacteria, pathogen, virus. Number 3, movement and exercise. I think that goes without saying. Let me check on this little guy here. We're doing good. Throwing rocks at a pond. Perfect. So movement and exercise, getting out every day. I'm walking with the kids every single day, riding bikes, hiking. But also, what if you are trapped indoors in a little apartment? There's many things that you can do. Rolling out my mat every morning takes a tiny bit of space. Every kitchen in this world, I'm sure, has a spot that you can roll out your yoga mat on the floor, and all you need to do is a little bit of movement. 20 minutes a day, something that's just moving your body. Even if it's just sitting down, rolling through the arms, rolling through your neck, simple movements. This is just movement that helps get that energy to flow through you. To keep your vibration high, you have to remove old energies. And big way of removing old energies is movement. Some of the greatest things you can do, stomping your feet outside, stretching, even just like stretching parts of your body. You feel any tension, just stretch that part of your forehead or your head that is feeling this tightness and this tension. A lot of times we can remove energies just by stretching, by stomping, and by shaking, just shaking, vigorous shaking your entire body. It does flush energies away from you. So I like to stomp because I view my energy coming through the bottoms of my feet. And a lot of times when I'm stomping, I can even feel the energy kind of pushing through the bottoms of my feet. So for me, that's been my practice as I've been able to tangibly feel it. And now I realize that's what my body does to release. And I've heard of many others who do the same. So stomping can help. Movement and exercise of some form every single day. And then number 4, compassion towards yourself. It's so important that during any time, any crisis, any moment in our life, no matter what we're going through, we are going to have these moments where emotions arise, and they may be dense emotions that are all serving a purpose and are very valid and important to feel. And one method that works really well for me is when I am feeling an emotion, I do let it just sit. I try to recognize the somatic symptoms that I am feeling, such as, what does it feel like? Am I tight in the neck? If it's anger, am I getting heated in the chest? Is my chest feel like it's contracting? Do I feel watery in the eyes or tension in the head, right? What is the body itself feeling? Then I'll often give it a name, like I am angry about this situation, or better yet to say, I have anger, right? Because that's not who we are, it's what we have at that moment. I have some anger about this situation, and then I allow that. I simply just acknowledge, like, that's okay to have. That's a very valid point, whether anybody else supports my feeling or not. And I simply transform it. I hold my heart, I hold my chest. Then I tell myself, but it's okay. I am safe. I am loved. There's so much goodness in the world. And this can take several minutes to, maybe even a couple hours. This doesn't have to be a quick. You can really be in the emotion. Sometimes I'll feel a heavy emotion keep coming back over and over throughout a whole day. And then that night, I really have to do a lot of inner work to try and release it. And we want to try and release it, because what is the point of having a life where we're just sitting in these negative emotions? So to be able to release them and let them flow through is going to lift our vibration, going to give us a better experience in this life, no matter what our circumstance is. 5, acknowledging gratitude. So whenever you're feeling one of those lower dense emotions, go into a spot of gratitude. At any moment, that you can always find some things to be grateful for. And I like to take acknowledging gratitude to a place of personalizing it. So whenever I'm thinking of something I'm grateful for, I usually personalize it. So instead of just saying, I'm glad that the sun came up this morning, I would say, I am grateful for the sun because of how I feel its heat on my skin. It gives me vitamin D. It feels like a warm, soothing hug. It makes me feel safe. It allows food to grow for me. So I'm personalizing why I'm grateful for it. I'm thankful for my heart because it beats blood through my body. It connects to my brain in communication, to my mind, allowing me to feel alive. It's sending love and warmth and compassion to all of the other people on this planet. Whatever it is, I like to personalize why I'm grateful for it. And that allows my body to lift in vibration, because anytime you're feeling love or gratitude, you're automatically lifting your vibration. Number 6, high frequency music. So music is such a fast way to lift your vibration, because music is vibration. And whenever you're listening to music, you are going to resonate at the same vibration of the music you're listening to, which is why after you have a breakup, sad songs feel so good and you just want to cry with them. Whenever you're mad and angry, some raunchy, gnarly rap or hip hop sounds fantastic because it's resonating with what your vibration is. So at this time, be very mindful of the music. Maybe let music be a background of your life, consistently playing behind you. For me, right now, I've been listening to a lot of singing bowls, because the singing bowls and crystal bowls are just allowing a tone of vibration and are allowing me to move through any energies in my body. So through all the chakras, a lot of times we have trapped energies, to flow them out, so that right now I don't have to hold on to any of them, and I can really move with what the vibration of the planet is wanting to move towards. So that brings us to the last one, number 7. Fasting is an incredible way to raise your vibration. Fasting not only allows you to be lighter inside, but it allows your vibration to naturally lift. And the reason for this is that it does take a lot of energy to digest our food, to break down our food, to eat the food, to take mental time to think and prepare the food. So when we are taking a break from all of that, not only are we moving ourselves into another area in our mind, another area of focus, and this can be hard, right? It's important when you are fasting to put yourself into what you're fasting for, make an intention, and then focus on the intention instead of focusing on the hunger pains. So allowing yourself to transcend that, that's just habit. Our body can definitely go without food for 2 meals. Or there's a daily, I like to do intermittent fasting where I am fasting for about 16 hours and I'm only eating for about 8 hours a day. So I'm kind of stopping my food at about 7 at night, about 6 or 7, and then I pick it back up 10 or 11 the next morning. So I'm kind of fasting through the night, and I'll do that on a daily basis. That's very beneficial for even just, rebooting your system, weight loss, balance, all kinds of things. But if you're doing a longer fast, you can do that once a week. I've done it 3 times as we've been going through this little moment in time, just so that I can also give more attention to other areas that are needing my attention within myself and needing attention outside. So anything that is coming through to me to share, that is the time where it comes through, is those times where I'm fasting, those times where I'm in meditation. So it kind of offers you a deeper connection, and it naturally lifts your vibration because you're not being so worked on other things. The body naturally is rested and it allows the vibration to lift, creating more lightness in your energy field. So I hope that these was helpful. I know other than the fasting, you can do the intermittent fasting daily. All of these can be done daily. So on a daily basis, there's opportunity to lift your vibration and to start putting yourself into a place of healing and a place of moving forward with what we're doing. It can be hard when we have these certain times we're not quite sure what's to come next, but living in the present moment is going to be of the best value for everyone, because being present is exactly where we have the most power. You have the most power here, not concerned about what tomorrow's going to bring or the next day or the next, right? Where you are is where you have your power. So when we're focusing on the future, we're focusing on tomorrow, we're going to create more anxiety and more stress because we don't know what that's going to look like. Also, I do offer coaching and training. I call it mentoring because coaching seems so abrasive. But I do offer mentoring, and I have several programs on specific lifting your energy through anxiety and depression, since that is something that I have personally had to transcend. And it was a long journey, but in my awakening, I fell very hard into depression and very hard into anxiety, and it's still something that wants to keep coming back, and luckily I have the tools and skills to move through it and to get myself out of it on a daily basis. So if this is something that interests you, or you just want a one-on-one consultation, I am offering my programs at half off, and you can look that up on mandala-mama.com on my website. And there's some information there. You can sign up for a free consultation, look at the courses. They're at full price on my website, but they are half off, and I would love to be of service at this time. I definitely think that we need to kind of be there for each other, and sometimes if I didn't have my own coaches to help guide me and my own spiritual masters, I would still also be trapped by these energies, because they can be consuming. And if we don't know how to work with energy and heal through it, it takes over, and we kind of get sucked into everybody else's energy on this planet, including just thoughts. So I hope that we can all work together to lift the vibration of our own bodies, and then lift the vibration collectively on this planet. Namaste.